Have you ever wondered what happens after we take our last breath? Today, we examine the mysterious and often misunderstood phenomenon of death, specifically what happens in the critical 30 seconds after death. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we discuss a deep topic that touches us all, yet remains shrouded in mystery: the immediate moments after death. Whether it's curiously, be it outside, or the quest for understanding, let's unpack what science and ancient traditions tell about the minutes that follow. To understand what happens in those first 30 seconds, we first need to understand how the body reacts to death. When the heart stops beating, blood circulation stops, and no oxygen reaching the brain is known as medical death. Cut to a detailed animation showing the lack of oxygen in the brain. In this critical time frame, brain cells begin to shut down due to lack of oxygen, but interestingly, some studies show that consciousness remains for a few moments after the heart stops. The sense of dread that many people describe can come from a burst of nervous activity that accompanies the body's shutdown, but it doesn't last long. Now, this is when the body begins to undergo significant physiological changes. Right after you die, rigor mortis, chemical changes in the muscles begin to stiffen, while body temperature drops begins. It's called mortis. Show a brief timeline of death, emphasizing both visual rigor mortis and algo mortis of what happens inside and outside the body. And speaking of temperature, it's interesting to note that the body cools at about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit per hour until it reaches ambient temperature. This physiological process of cooling is very important to forensic scientists, is because it helps in determining the time of death during the investigation. Scene transition. Highlight the color in the growing body of carbon dioxide. Once circulation is stopped, the accumulation of carbon dioxide causes changes in the skin, causing it to appear pale and eventually darken in areas where blood collects. These changes are the first signs of decomposition, indicate symptoms, which begin soon after death. But death is not simply an end. In many philosophical and spiritual contexts, it is seen as a transition. Different cultures and religions have their own ideas about what can happen at these crucial moments, becoming one with the universe, reuniting with lost loved ones, and looking back on your life. Cut to philosophical allegories, similar to book illustrations projected on alternate screens. Neurologists and ethologists consider whether memories and thoughts from one's life return, or perhaps allow the mind to contemplate the mystery that lies ahead. Back to the host, soft music is playing below. The host smiled warmly. Such scenes may suggest that death, like life, ends in an explosion of consciousness before waiting for starlight and peace. Remember, when the physical body gives up at death, many aspects of what we handle, his legacy is preserved in the hearts of others. Conclude with images of a peaceful life. Sunsets, blooming flowers, stars, and crashing waves. Thanks for joining this deep research today. If you have any thoughts, questions, or personal experiences about near-death moments or the mysteries of death, please share them in the comments below. Like this video? Don't forget to do and subscribe. Until next time, dig deep and stay curious for more interesting discoveries about life, death, and everything else.